All I could chalk it up to is that you're just hateful and just that's mean. It's rude. It's just, oh gosh, it's so much. And of course, I can't skip out on saying it's just, to me, it's so seemingly diabolical. You feel that was necessary. That's the only necessary thing. That's the only way that something is gonna occur. And I guess the something that he got was, I'm not saying nothing and talking to you anymore because you just don't do that. It was one. Trying to think. Yeah, the first time it was in my first email, then the second time it was in my next one. And I was like, oh no, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, honey. And you have this person feeling like and truly believing that they are doing something to me and that I want to talk to them. When I told the person, I strictly told the person, don't bother me. I didn't even tell that person. I just stopped contacting them. But then on this next go around, I said, do not contact me anymore. Leave me alone. And then, um, Um, I think they didn't contact me anymore. Hold on, 2019, I think they tried to or whatever because he had came around, but I said, don't contact me no more. No, this was before. It might have been October. Yeah, I said, don't contact me no more. And that was that. And they didn't really contact me after that. I went to the place where, like I said, he had not. It didn't have nothing much to do with that person. I ain't gonna sit here in front. It had a little bit, but it ain't have a lot to do with that person. But that person was just like, if you will, standing in the gap or whatever. And so, it was the way it was lined up, and that's why. Oh, look at that car right there. Oh, hold on. Dang. Oh, I should have got a better view. It was so nice. I like them, but that's why I be careful with how I address stuff because sometimes, shoot, even oftentimes, maybe God can align. It's nothing. It's not. It's coincidental anyway. But it's just the fact that who are you submitting to get where you at? I have to stop when I say that because I have to ask myself. But who are you submitting to get where you are? Um, are you submitting to God or are you submitting to the enemy? Because the Bible says, "Choose ye this day whom you will serve." And so that's my thing. I just be feeling like the mom or whatever called the girl forth, so that gave her some type of rights to be in that position or whatever by whatever her beliefs are, I guess. Because I mean, of course, if you ask me, his mom was evil, mean, whatever, whatever. He said that she was. He said she was evil. She said she was devil, and so yeah. She was that when she was living, and she was that, as far as I'm concerned, before she died. And so that's who you took your orders from. And then the fact that you reached out, I always go back over this, the fact that you reached out to me on his deceased mom's birthday. That was the first time I heard from her or knew, um, I did know she existed, I'm saying, when he took my kids over there earlier that year, but I didn't know who this person was, didn't know where to look, this, that, and the third. But you reached out that right there just stood out on his dead mom's birthday. And it's like y'all playing with dark you and maybe some type of way you picked up some dark works or you know what I'm saying? And or you I don't know, or maybe you just flat out just dabbled in that stuff or whatever. And I guess it reminds me kind of him because when I had dreams when I first got over here and then his relatives and stuff wasn't so welcoming and so they didn't want me, they didn't want me uncovering stuff or whatever spiritually and naturally. I had a dream where he was like, well, why did I bring her here then? And I'm just like, what? You thought you brought me here? or I mean, I don't want to ask, well, did you? But you thought you brought me here as opposed to God, the will of God leading me here. So that's why I try to be careful because I really don't know. I don't be asking God to know, uh, really who this person is, but he's done shown me anyway. He's done shown me some stuff as far as, you calling me on his dead mama birthday, honey. His mama is dead, honey. It's no need in you trying to revive her or whatever. And so that right there was like a pretty much a no pun intended dead giveaway. And then the stuff when I did interact with you, the stuff that she did, and it was like, what? Y'all some wenches out here beyond. So I was like, I'm not messing with that. I don't want to deal with that. And of course, people call and consider and refer to me as that or less. You know, a witch, definitely a bitch. But you know what I'm saying? I know witch is mixed up in there and all that, and that's why I was just like, I'm not. I almost want to say I'm trying to keep my witchcraft at bay, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm still trying to figure out what's the way that I don't have to submit to that. And the best way that I feel is, of course, stop lying, stop being a damn liar. And I don't know if I want this gun, but anyway, stop lying. I'm not a liar, but I've lied, told lies and stuff. And you know, stop doing manipulative stuff. Just be honest. And I just wanted to, and I asked God to, to help me to be a vessel of truth and of honor instead of dishonor. I don't want that. And so yeah, that chew my gum. Oh man. So anyway, so I guess like if you was born into a family of witches and warlocks, and of course they're gonna try to keep passing that those torches down to you or whatever. And me, I just blatantly try to turn away and not receive that stuff. And that's I guess that's the difficult part. And then I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know that this was witchcraft. I know that rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. So, but I still had to learn and understand what that actually means. I'm still learning and understanding like what all is considered that. But it's really just clear cut rebellion. When you rebel against God, the will of God. And so, anyway, honestly, that's people that haven't repented or are unrepentant. And you can feel comfortable living. I guess that's just how good God is. He gonna still let you be comfortable living, but that do not mean that He is pleased with you. And that's what I'm trying to get. I want God to be pleased with me. I don't want to be out here living like that. And so it was just like I said, everywhere I turned, I seen something in them. When I started to see, when my eyes was open, and unlike what's his name, I was just trying to be like, where he was like, my mama evil, my daddy evil. I ain't got no choice. And I can almost feel that. But I'm like, no, God gave us a choice. God gave us free will. It is tough, but you got to be, it takes a boldness. It takes God empowering you, but it takes a boldness for you to say, forget about it. And so with that, I be feeling like He helped me to do it. But God always told me don't give Him the credit or anything because God is not sharing His glory. And so I have to stiffen up and be like, oh, I can't even say that you helped me do anything. That's why if you think you brought me here, you think this, you didn't do nothing. I had to acknowledge God. God did this. And so, anyway, yeah, all that or whatever. So, whatever the girl was doing, I just didn't want to do that. And my thing is, if we was already doing things, I'm not saying that we were, but if we was already doing things that look appeared like that, I didn't want to add to it. I wanted to take away. I wanted to turn away. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, honestly, if I hadn't already been exposed to that, I probably would have went on and wanted to join in on that or whatever because I just felt like, hey, this is what I gotta do. I would have felt like that. And I'm more so like, but this is my peers and stuff like that. So that's why I'm glad that, oh gosh, I learned how these these old witches are. These old witches and warlocks are. So I definitely ain't trying to be with the new. Not that there's anything new under the sun. But I just don't want to do that. Because what? If them old ones is deadly and all type of stuff. So that's what stopped me, and also I was like, I can't give him. That's when God was like, you can't give him the credit because you're gonna give him the credit, and that's who you're gonna ultimately be submitting to and bowing to and serving. So I was like, no, the devil be bound. The devil in them details and in that situation be bound. I'm not calling anybody the devil, but shit, if you want to say that you evil, your mama evil, your daddy evil, so you ain't got no choice, then you basically calling yourself the devil. And I try not to refer to people as that and try not to come into agreement. They have called him a fool and this, and that. I was like, I'm not going to do that. They call him crazy. Then he's self-proclaimed crazy. So I was like, you know what? Well, and again, it goes back to that unhinged. And whoever's unhinged over around there, I don't want it. Then you done been in another vicinity and you done picked up other stuff. And yeah, granted, you might have picked up some good stuff, but I don't want the bad stuff that you got. I don't want the unhinged. I don't want so... I don't know if that's just why it's still on my mind. It's fine. I don't like it and I don't want it there, but it's fine for me to give it a second and a third thought in order for God to help me to do his will and to, quickly turn away from anything that's even appearing, like the Bible says, even appearance of evil, darkness, dark works, all that, you know what I'm saying? I need to just back away from that because no, and not consider it. One of my kids is up, or maybe both, but not consider it and not get wrapped up in it. Oh man. That's the thing I'm thinking about is what is I'm gonna eat today. No, for real though. I want to make this it's like a salmon pasta, cause I do got some heavy creamer in the refrigerator, so hopefully it's not bad. I didn't open it yet, so hopefully it's still good. I want to make that. I just don't have the pasta noodles that he had, but I say any pasta noodles will go. I'm gonna So I'm gonna try to do that for myself today. I don't really got the taste for the salmon that I got in there, but I'm gonna. You know what? I got some other salmon in there that I could take out and use because this salmon that I already have it's got a flavor to it already. So I'm gonna use this other one. Go ahead and take it out of the freezer. It's sunny outside. It's good. It's cool. I didn't make it outside at all yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna make it outside at all today. Like, that's literally how I operate, and I don't always like the feel of it, like, Lord, why can't I do be feeling like, Lord, why can't I go outside today? But you know what, it was times when I was younger and I got on punishment, I couldn't go outside. If I listened to them, and barely, I'm definitely gonna listen to God if he move on me, like, no, not today. I'm gonna tell you, baby, I don't like it, but I don't be fighting, kicking, and screaming, and having no tantrum. I just be like, like, okay. Be a little bothered, but God is good, and some will be like, how are you listening to I've heard people literally, how are you listening to an invisible God, or how, baby, he created all this, that I'm in this world that he created. I don't recall making this or creating any of this. I don't feel like I'm, reincarnate and all that other stuff. Now, sometimes you do feel like, oh, I've been here before, but I just believe that that's God he lets you in on. He kind of probably let you in on that. Yeah, you was here with me. You was here before you was formed in their womb, but I'm God. I'm God alone. Like I'll let you know on a need to know basis. Cause you start to feeling yourself like, oh yeah, I've been here before and I know about this honey, what they say, Satan fell like lightning out of heaven. Like you can feel how you want to, but you start being like that and taking on that aspect, and you self-made, and this right here, you're gonna be self-played, baby. And again, in my opinion, some people haven't came to that understanding, and hey, but yeah, I'm gonna just continue. If I'm allowed to go outside later, then I will. It's funny saying that because I'm a grown woman living in my own house and I could just, freely, I can step outside. But I choose to submit to God, like, Lord, you are the head of this household, and I acknowledge that. And every day I don't be so enthusiastic to. I'm every day I'm thankful to be able to acknowledge that, but every day I don't just be like, oh God, that's not the first thing I do. Order my steps, but on today, baby. Because today, and especially today, I was supposed to be going somewhere, but I know I'm not going. That's another reason why God's like, no, baby, you're not outside. But um, I was on some stuff last night for real. Like, yeah, you need to just throw the whole thing in the trash. And yeah, I'm not saying I was trying to alter God's plans at all, but I was definitely on go. Um, and so yeah. Um, I was supposed to be going. I'm not gonna really think too much about it. It is what it is. I know that I'm not going. I don't feel like going anywhere. And I think I took a trip and stuff last week, so I wouldn't even think about going. I got the money and stuff like that to make. I got the means. I can make it there and stuff. What about when I come back? Am I still gonna have enough to continue living? Maybe, maybe not. So it's like it's not even worth it. But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna entertain that thought too much. I'm gonna try to figure out how to make this pasta that I want to make. And do some other stuff that I feel like doing. One of my son wants to get. He likes me being in the pool with him and stuff like that. He's like, cause I don't feel scared when you're in there, and scared because you can hear the frog or whatever. We ain't even seen the frog lately, but you can still hear him croaking and stuff around or near the pool. I just haven't took the time to try to find it. But yeah. So that's that. So. Other than that, I'm up out of here. Because I will keep talking.